What I'm going to do is quickly walk you through this Python code to show you exactly what it's doing. Okay, so the first thing I'm doing is I'm assigning the value 0 to a variable called position. Okay, so what is that for? Well, that is going to be used to move through this list here. Okay, so position 0 is the first position in the array, which is position 1, which is there. Position 1 would be this one. Position 2 would be this one. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, what I'm doing here is I'm using a flag to make sure that I have not found the number I'm looking for. So if the number I'm looking for is not in the array, this flag will be false. If it is in the array, I'm going to change the flag later on, as you'll see, to true. So this is what we're going to search through. So this is my list to be searched. Okay. This line 4. What that's asking me to do is it's asking the user for a variable. Okay, it's asking the user for a integer. Okay, which is what the int is doing at the front. The input. This is the message that's going to go to the screen. You'll see that in a sec. So I'm asking for an integer. Okay. So I've left a bit of white space there just to show you where the different positions are. So this is setting up all the inputs and the arrays. This is going to be the thing that moves through the array. This is going to be the thing that does the output from line 12 onwards. Okay, so what I'm doing here is I'm setting up my conditions for the while loop. So the conditions are going to be that the position, this number that I've assigned 0 and start off with, is going to be less than the length of the list that I've got to be searched. So the length of the list is 9. So this while loop will carry on while the position is less than 9 and the found flag is false. Okay, so the next thing is this line. It's going to check the value of the item, of the element in the position against the input from the user. Okay, so it's trying to check is what the user's just entered here in the search item, is it the same as the thing that's in the list in the position that I'm given through the variable position. So at the moment it's position 0, so that would be 0. So position 0 is 1. If I've typed the numbers, let's say 27, that would mean that is 1 equal to 27? The answer would be false, and I would add 1 to the position and move on to the next one and then do the same check again. This line here, line 8, what that is doing is that is exiting the loop. Okay, so this is using the flag to exit the while loop. Okay, because as soon as I set that value to true, when it gets back to the beginning of the loop, it's going to go, okay, that is now incorrect, but I need this and this to be correct because of the AND statement for me to do the loop. So it will stop doing the loop and it will drop down to line 11 and then carry on with the code. This is adding 1 to the position. So this is moving along the list. Okay, so if it wasn't in position 0, I'm going to add 1 to the position, which means it's now position 1. I'm going to go back to line 6. It's going to say, is this true? The answer at the moment is no, it's not. Is position 1 the same as the search item? If it is, it will set the flag to true and drop back out. If it isn't, it will add 1 to the position and move on to the next one, then the next one, then the next one, all the way along until it gets to the end. When it gets to the end, it's going to add 1 to the position, then the position is going to become 9. because this will be number 9 then. So is the length of the array, which is 9, less than the position? Well, if the position's 9 and the list is 9, well, no, it's not. So the while loop will end and then it'll drop down to line 11 again and carry on through. Okay, so what's this doing? This is deciding whether the found is true. So it's checking the flag. Okay, and don't forget, it'll only check the flag if it's gone all the way through the loop or found has been set to true in line 8 there. Okay, so if it is true, which means I did have the position, the item in the list position equal to the search item, it has been found and it will tell me it's been found. If it isn't found, that statement will still be false because I've never used this part of this statement on line 8. So therefore this will be false and it will tell me that the answer is not found. So if we run this code now, let me use my example that I started with, which is 27. So 27 isn't in the list. So I'm expecting it to tell me the number wasn't found, which it does. Let's run the code again. Let's use a different number, this time one that is in the list. So let's use 42. And it tells me it has been found. So that's how this code works for you to have a look at now.